Good afternoon, everyone. We're back now for our second session of the day. We're going to be watching Toby Savage and Mo Karim on Lawn 1, and your commentators will be Andrew Hobbs and Bridget Goodman.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Bridget and Andrew here.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome back to session 2 of the knockout phases World Golf Croquet Championships. The main game we'll be focusing on here is going to be between Mo Karim and Toby Savage. They've just started.
And we're currently at 2-all.
Yep.
First game, and yellow Toby's going to shoot.
Just hit the right hand wire.
Unfortunate.
Still 2-all. Yeah. For those of you who might want to know, Mo is actually ranked at number 2 in the world for GC at the moment, and Toby is ranked at number 10.
So potentially a pretty close contest.
Yes, should be a very good one to watch. Clever shot. Just popped it in. The jaws. Okay, it's quite a nice day. Not much cloud around. A light breeze blowing every now and again, which keeps us cool.
Just about, and it's 23 degrees.
Yeah.
Which I'd say was perfect croquet weather.
Yes. Much better than rain.
And snow and sleet. 23 is lovely. We're by the sea.
So it looks like Toby is eyeing up a sliver of blue, trying to clear the blue from the jaw to. This is an incredibly difficult shot to do, given that you probably only see a tiny bit of the ball.
But definitely worth a go.
Yes.
What a shot.
So good clearance.
Certainly moved it away from the jaws. Yeah. Give a chance for yellow to sort it out.
Yeah. I don't think yellow's going to stay where it is. I've got a funny feeling it's going to get cleared. But it means that Toby at least gets a chance at a full ball clearance next shot.
Again, touched it.
Yeah. If you wanted to clear that more full ball and send it further away, basically knocked it into a good position to clear blue. Possibly yellow, if he hits this nicely, might stay
Adjacent. Adjacent. Yeah.
Depends how hard he hits it though.
Yeah, that's true. He's kept it controlled.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
Yellow's close to the hoop for next time round. For those of you who want to know some of the other scores, I know that Matthew Essick is 1-0 up against Simon Carter. I'm not sure what the score is in that game now. JP Mobley versus Rachel G. He was 1-0 up in the first game, and they're playing the second game. And we've got behind us Blake Fields versus Robert Fletcher. They are currently 1 game all, and in the third game,
4-1 to.
looks like it's 4-1 to Blake.
Yeah.
And to the right of us on lawn 2, we've got Manuel Alvarez Sala.
Yeah. Looks like he is 4-1 to Blake. Yeah.
Looks like he is 4-1 to Blake. And to the right of us on lawn 2, we've got Manuel Alvarez Sala. Looks like he is 4-1 to Blake. Yeah. 5-3 down by the
Yep.
looks of it. Yeah.
So, back to this one.
Looks like Toby is trying to clear blue.
Nicely done.
And he's managed to cut it on the right hand side of the ball, give himself a short shot from the boundary, either for a clearance or possibly running the hoop.
Yeah. In contention. So, blue has to clear red, or I'm assuming red could see the hoop.
I think it's difficult to see from this angle. I think maybe black is just in the way.
Yeah, which, well,
It looks like it's going to the clearance.
oh, sharps.
We cleared red, and it's just
Unfortunate to
ricocheted onto
move the black, but
We cleared
hey,
black as well. It's a bit unlucky.
but it's not the end of the world.
No. When I was here on Sunday, I did a bit of commentary in the morning by myself, which was quite nerve-wracking.
Talking to yourself.
Not talking to myself. Yeah. Fortunately, I didn't answer myself, which I suppose is a good sign. But yeah, I was commentating and watching Mo play, and he looked fantastic. You know,
On form, as I say.
on form. I mean, his touch on
Yeah.
the long hoops, the long approaches, getting just in front. Yeah, very, very consistent at that. I think. Yeah. Toby, I know of old, he's normally quite consistent, very solid when it comes to hitting in and clearing things and making long hoops. Also quite a strong jump shot player.
Yes, he is indeed. And I had the privilege a couple of years ago, just for a messing around session, and gave me some tips on my own jump shots, which was very generous of him. But he loves a jump shot. Oh, unlucky.
That's the red.
Well, not much.
Not much, but I think that was the right
Enough.
idea, wasn't
Yeah. I don't think he had
it?
much
Red's got a
option.
chance here. He might take on the hoop, or he might play safe and clear
Yeah, black.
black, leave it for yellow. But,
Knowing that blue is so far off the south boundary. That,
although, to be fair, I've been told when I play the game I'm quite defensive, and sometimes you need to just be a bit more offensive. And actually, if you've got a shot at the hoop, have a go at it, because
it's not a particularly long shot, and I would myself go for it. Whether I'd get it, I don't know. But it feels for a 3-2 up and a potential 4-2. It's worth a go. Oh,
oh, that's a very clever shot.
that's a lovely shot.
Very nice shot.
I'd like to think he planned that.
I think he did. Like I say, the angles are a bit deceiving from here. It did look
Yeah.
like it was going for the hoop, but actually,
Yeah, it's the
that
clear
was
and
a
left.
lovely
It's
shot.
perfect.
Clear
Stop
it
shot.
and hopefully get it somewhere near the jaw.
It's going to be hard for us for
No?
Mo to
Yeah.
to that.
I think try and, I don't know if he's going to look for clearance here. Might try clear yellow, and he might roll up into position and then hope to clear red with blue.
Yeah, which is definitely possible.
Given the way he's holding the mallet, I think he's going for the clearance.
So close. Who put that hoop in the way?
We've got very two distinctive styles here. We've got the Irish Egyptian style. We've got Toby playing the Solomon style with a very, very long and short mallet. Nice little shot.
That's lovely, isn't it? I'm not sure what. Oh, that yellow and red, but leave yellow there.
I think that's the idea, that if he does hit yellow onto red, yellow stays round about there.
Oh,
Shot.
got the lot.
Managed to clear both. It's a very good shot. Take on.
Excellent stuff. Surely wherever red puts himself, blue will be there.
Trying to get it in the jaws. Just rolled off.
Yeah. Would you have considered actually sending the red north of the hoop?
Don't know really. I mean, I probably would have tried to go to the jaws myself. If you send red somewhere in good position,
Blue
Blue's
will
just
just
gonna
going to
clear
take
it.
it wherever it goes. Yeah.
leave himself probably on the boundary with a shot through. I think Blue's probably going to try and clear this anyway. So it's up to Toby to decide whether he wants to bring the ball in, be a bit more defensive and keep the pressure on, or whether he feels that he can clear Blue from that distance to the far boundary. Looking like can he just try and put the pressure on.
Sure. Excellent start.
Okay.
Mind you, that's both of them on thumbs the boundary.
Going back to what I was saying about the distinctive style,
Mm.
the first time I've had the pleasure of watching the Egyptians in live, I suppose. You know, I've seen them on video and that, but it is amazing how they generate some of that power. And we were discussing it earlier, that you know they tend to use their wrists as a pivot and come through with great acceleration, which I think
Yeah.
is fantastic to do, and to
But-
keep that accuracy.
And but I was also, as you did too, commentating with our Egyptian friend Noha, a fantastic shot. She was also explaining to me that the croquet balls that they use are different from ours, and they're made from steel.
Oh, okay.
So that is one of the main reasons they hit so hard.
Okay.
Is because they need
They need the power.
the power together with their uneven surface. But that's a new thing I learned today.
Well, did not know that.
Mm.
But say if you look at Toby's Solomon style, which is more deliberate, but nice, smooth swing and tempo, and he just increases the arc of his swing to get the power, and he still hits it as hard.
Yes.
That's true, which I think is had a go with Toby's mallet. He's been kind enough to let me have a go with it. And I can tell you, it's very long.
It's very long, isn't it?
It's over 40 inches, maybe 48 inches, and it's very heavy. The fact that he can hold it so true,
Sure.
like he does, and
Yeah.
swing through with it.
Yeah, be no good for me. I like the lighter mallet. I have more control. Isn't it weird?
He does make it look effortless. He
Yes,
hits it so
yeah.
hard, but it doesn't look like he's hitting it hard. That's a good
It's a lovely
approach.
shot, isn't it? Yeah.
Very nice. Might have got the wire in red.
Yeah, so possibly red, can't see blue. So
Yeah, red, if you can't see on the camera, is on the north boundary. Looks like it's got 5 in the way between blue and red.
yeah, and Lorne just took that as well.
I think that's okay there.
Yeah.
Slightly to the side, so if who does run it, he's got to approach to the next hoop. If not, it's a hoop run position. For the standard these guys are at, notice they take on these longer hoops much more frequently than I would.
Indeed. All about your own percentage play, isn't it? Yeah, I've got blue and black, two on the hoop. Has he covered blue, I
I think he
wonder?
was trying to go for the blocker there.
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure if he's got the...
No. Only Toby can tell it. Oh, hello, someone's come to
Watch
chat.
out!
Ooh. It's a yellow ball from an adjoining lawn.
Yep.
That's not off-putting at all, is it?
No, it's...
Not only is it another ball, but it's of the same colour.
I think Toby did the right thing there. He stepped away
Step
from
away.
it. And thought, I'm going to reset on this. It happened to me in a tournament last year where I was about to take a hoop shot and a ball rolled across my line and I didn't step back.
Oh no.
And I fluffed the hoop completely. So that's the right thing to do.
Understandable, completely. Start again, it never happened.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
It never happened. Okay. Still got quite a job to do here. Shot. Wow.
Centre, dead centre.
Effortless. This is proving to be quite a pivotal tussle, I think, to this game.
I think 2-2, isn't it?
Yeah.
If one of them
Whoever
can
gets
get the
this,
5th hoop and get up to the 6th hoop with control,
then
it could be a two
could be
shot
cooking
swing.
with gas, yeah.
Looking to see whether he can sing the hoop.
I don't know about you, but when I do that and have a look, it's almost like I'm willing to see the thing that I want to see. And if I don't see it, it's like, can I change that? No, you can't. You don't think that?
What? I tend to say, more to the point, if I started doing that, I'd struggle to get back up afterwards. But
I don't believe that.
but I do think there's a little bit of willingness to say, oh, if I look at it down here closer,
Yes.
maybe I can see if
Can
there's
I
just a sliver. Or if there isn't just a sliver, then I know, well, I'm going to have to try a
Yeah.
jump shot or clearance instead. Yeah.
Or if I look at it from the other end, will it look any better? But no, you're right. If you don't believe it, then it's not going to work.
It's all about clearing that doubt in your mind, isn't it? I think you can just see it. Looks like he's going for the hoop. I think he's going for the hoop.
Oh, I thought that was going through.
Yeah.
And so does he.
Yeah.
And he shrugs. He shrugs. Oh.
Can't quite believe it himself. Came off that wire and just didn't get any forwards. Mo's making certain that he's got 2 opportunities at the hoop.
Indeed.
Okay, so Toby does clear blue with yellow. I said it is quite pivotal. They're both looking at some point to if they're going to run it with control up to hoop 6.
A horrid feeling.
Started bouncing, didn't
Yeah.
it? You never know.
Bad luck, Toby.
So Mo has this to make it 3-2.
Notice how he doesn't hurry, even though it's a straightforward shot. He's still giving it every care and attention. Dribble through.
I think you'd prefer that to
Gone a bit
fold
further.
further up towards hoop 6. Difficult to tough it here. He might still have a shot through the hoop, but
Yeah, it'll be slightly restricted, but it isn't as bad as it could be. But, yeah. 3-2 to Mo.
that allows Toby to do maybe red play up and get a wire between the peg and blue. Get in hoop position.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Who put that peg there?
Do you want? Although it's not the end of the world, it's still in
Well,
clearance range.
It's
He
a
can-
disappointing.
He can lay up with yellow instead of have a chance to
Yeah,
clear
red's
black.
still within striking distance easily. So, yellow just plays a better shot than. That looks lovely. Blue is not unhampered.
Got a shot.
Hmm.
Could really play harder than that without possibly
Diverting,
damaging
yeah,
or hitting,
yeah.
diverting it. So, he's got 2 balls there. That's what he wants. I think this is a clearance.
Feels it should be. Lovely. Oh, there's nearly a bonus there.
Not sure if the black can see yellow or not, but it's still a long clearance.
Yeah.
And if it's wide, that's also a bonus. That was close, just missed.
There's sand flying up in the air. That gives the yellow opportunity.
On the hoop. And draw level. Yeah, the sand flying behind the ball looks quite. I think it looks quite cool. Quite
It does,
fun.
doesn't it?
Yeah. Reminds me of a speedboat in water, or
Yeah. Certainly reflects the speed of the ball.
I heard on the commentary the other day they were talking about the sand, and I think it's Toby was saying in layman's terms, the reason why they put the sand down is to help bed in the grass. Yeah, and then when the sand sinks in, it kind of makes everything a lot firmer as well, and all that. So it's almost like a treatment,
Right.
which I think is quite good. As you know, we've had quite a dry spell,
Very, yes.
so and you can see from Sunday to today, you can see how it is settled in a lot more. Yeah, and that's just a couple of days.
Excellent hoop.
Very nice.
3-all.
3-all. The other thing as well with the sand is I think it helps level out the courts a little bit as well,
Yeah.
make them a little bit truer. Obviously black shot through and missed, so it's now an offside position. So I was just asking which side Toby wanted him to play black from, and he's chosen the far side from where we're sitting, which is, if I get my orientation right, also, so it's the
East
boundary.
boundary,
Yeah.
yes.
And another thing I heard, which I didn't know about, is that you can actually play it within a yard of the halfway point in the new
Yes.
rules.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's yes. It's been like that actually for a little while, but yes, it's which is much more useful and sensible. It just gives you a bit more flexibility. Lovely shot.
That's a lovely shot.
Perfect
I
block
think you
from
might have the
red.
block.
Yeah. So we, as commentators, Andrew and I, we are sitting literally just behind this hoop, hoop 7, next to the camera. So we have our best view at this hoop.
And I think the camera's got a better view because it's slightly more left of us. So
Yes.
you can probably see whether it's really blocked.
Oh, is it?
Our cameraman says it's fractionally
Yeah,
blocked.
okay. It's still my favourite hoop because we can actually see what's and without having to move.
Oh.
Beautiful shot.
Good clearance.
Bye bye blue. Still got a bit of work to do. But
It just leaves blue with a much longer shot to come back to get in position, or if it wants to take on the clearance in red. But the longer shot, riskier.
And Mo was just checking Red's trajectory.
So some news for you between Blake and Robert Becher. It's now 5-4. Just turned around, I've forgotten which way it is. 5-4 to Robert. Blake.
5. Robert.
To Robert.
Yeah.
So they're having a good tussle there.
Yeah. Maybe that's actually jumped.
Said before he likes these. He's normally quite good at these. Just caught it on the right. Good effort. He cleared the black nicely, but just like you'll find.
He fancied it.
Debbie, find another cameraman. Right.
Nicely through.
Lovely.
Almost thought it was going to be a double.
Nearly. 4-3 to Mo.
4-3 to Mo.
Full game one. Toby's elected to get into hoop position. I think he's trying to get yellow slightly wide from black, so black can't clear yellow next.
Has he done that?
I think black can just see yellow, but it is quite tight. That's a good approach from Mo. But slightly inside yellow. As Chris Clark will say, because it's inside of yellow, it's keeping the pressure on Toby. Say, well, Toby, if you are going to run the swoop, I'm just behind you if anything goes wrong.
Yeah. No, just
Somehow.
checking that we were happy with where he'd come off.
Yeah. Because of the hindrance of the fences to the backswing, they can bring it in. As long as it's in line with what it is. I think he was checking, I think, with Toby to see, are you happy to move it in? We need to move it in on the line it is on. Yeah, so I'll take it from that. It's not as wide as we thought it was.
Egyptian teams also come to hold the fence back there.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it jumped over it.
Jumped over it. Snap.
Nearly hit the camera too.
Yeah, that looked like it just.
Really
Just
did,
like
just
that.
at the worst moment.
We can see one of the spectators walking across at the back there in the loud shirt. It's Guy from Dulwich. Dulwich Croquet Club is where I'm a member of at the moment.
Mhm.
And they've come down today. We're all wearing quite loud shirts, to be fair.
Was that the plan?
Not really, but it seems to have worked out that way. Okay. We're just going to switch to the game behind us, which is between Blake Fields and Robert Fletcher.
They're in their third game.
Third game, it is 6-5 to Robert Fletcher, and they're on the 12th hoop. For those of you who are still wanting to follow the Toby Mo game, Toby's just missed a hoop shot, and Mo's going to try and run the hoop with blue.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
What's happened that side?
So blue missed the clearance on red, and this could be match
Match.
for Fletcher.
Mm-hmm. Mo's just bounced out of the hoop as well.
And Fletcher's run the hoop.
That's the match.
Well done, chaps.
7-5.
7-5.
7-5 to Rob.
Oh, well, we'll go back, I think, to Mo and Toby.
Toby had a chance at the hoop and ricocheted off the left-hand wire. Mo had a chance and bounced out towards the right-hand boundary. Toby's just managed to play a gentle jaws into the hoop. Mo's just going to check whether he's got a chance at clearing the red, I think, with blue. It's black's turn to play, and black's on the north boundary.
That's a very long jump.
Yes.
I jest.
Well, don't jest too much. I've seen Ian Burridge do some spectacular long jumps before. What do they call them? Bombards or something? Where they've
Bomb-
bounced 2 times
Bouncing
or 3
bombs.
times.
Bouncing bombs, I think. Yeah.
Some people, they can do them.
Expect not where he wants to be.
I think maybe he was trying to get a blocker in on blue. But gently, so it's still around the hoop. Oh,
And popped it through.
peeled him through. That's now 4-4 to Toby.
4-all.
Yep.
Mind you, blue's not in a terrible position, is it?
No, it's been promoted,
Well,
hasn't it?
For hoop 9.
Toby will need to put this. This is interesting, actually. This blue can stay there.
Indeed.
Where does red go? For me, given the way these guys clear the ball, I'll be trying to put it maybe right on the boundary, so it can't be clear.
I was
Behind
going
the
to
hoop
suggest
or
I'd
close
hit
to
it off. I'd hit it off the court, but
and take my chances.
yeah, yeah,
But I think putting it anywhere else is just
It's-
asking for trouble.
it is cannon fodder.
That looks like that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, let's take it off the court, but opposite the hoop, perfect shot.
Take it, Mo will try and get the blocker in place. Be clear yellow here, do you think?
Well, well, yeah, because I think if you clear yellow and leave yourself in front of the hoop, no,
It's looking for that
I think
a
he
gentle
was,
medium.
yeah,
clearance,
so that,
just to nudge it out the way.
yeah, nudge it and leave you, but it didn't quite work that time.
Not sure whether Toby blocked with yellow. I think, yeah, he put both his balls there with
Yeah.
closer. Basically saying to Mo, you need to clear me and hopefully I can run the other ball.
Right, he's going to go for position in front of the hoop. That's
Going for the jaws or just position? Probably
I'm not
jaws.
sure it's enough angle.
Difficult to see from here.
Yeah. He's gone for the jaws and done it rather well.
See how that bounced up?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So I take it Toby's going to jump this, or try and jump it. Yeah.
Lean it to our microphone there. In the breeze.
Going on? Hopefully. We'll keep catching it when it falls over.
Yeah. So what's going through Toby's mind?
I'm going to jump this hoop
I'm going
and
to
nothing
jump this
else.
hoop. I'm going to jump this hoop.
Very-
And I
whoa,
did.
nice.
And I
Very
did. Well done, Toby. Fantastic. So that is
5-4
my thought.
to Toby.
Six, yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Ooh. So JP Mobley versus Rachel G. Second game is 6-all, and they've gone to the 13th hoop.
It looks like Rachel's got a nice ball in.
Going back to what you were saying about what was going through Toby's mind, there's a very interesting book called The 15th Club, and Golf is Not a Game of Perfect. And Reg recommended I read those books, and it's all about the mental approach to
Yeah.
the golf game and putting. And one of the things which they talk about in that is, you know, when these professionals in golf turn round and when they've made their choice of what they're going to do and hit the ball,
they must be absolutely clear in the mind that's what they're going to do, and they're going to hit it with the fade or the draw and that sort of thing. And if anything creeps into that before they do it, that's when they make the mistake. So if they go,
Yes.
what if I push it? Or,
Yeah.
then they should step away and do the same thing.
Start your routine again.
I think it's the same with us.
Very much.
Once you've made up your mind, you say, I'm going to jump the hoop or I'm going to go for this hoop, you should be thinking, only I'm going to be running this hoop. And as soon as you say something, what if I miss, you're probably going to miss
What
it.
if I hit the black?
Yeah, that's
You'll
it.
hit the black.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
Definitely, yeah. And if that happens, step away from it and try again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
It's very easy to say though.
yes, no. I can testify to that.
Yeah.
And it's happened. Yeah. Some I imagine I'm going through. I've got this definitely going to be jumped through, and I do it. And others I'm thinking I can jump this, but if I hit the black, I might peel it through, and then I hit the black and I peel it through, or something like that. So
They're like magnets, aren't they?
yes. Nice shot. Making sure that Toby is far away from the next hoop, and even his blue and black, well, Mo's blue and black balls closer to the hoop, ready for some clearances if need be.
It's quite a hard choice, I think, for Toby. He's obviously going to cover the hoop. Nice shot.
So the only plus to this is that when you do get cleared, you're only going to get cleared to the 7-yard boundary.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen at this caliber, these guys are good at clearing that very consistently.
Lovely
That's a good
shot.
clearance. Yeah.
In fact, clearance to lawn 4.
So only 4?
Yes.
I think
We're on 1.
Toby will just roll this up and get some form of hoop position here. I would have thought towards the right hand side of the hoop, if possible.
It's a bit short, I think.
Yeah, that's a bit short. Rachel's attempting a jump in hoop 13, and JP's ball is jawsed in hoop 13. Oh,
Knocked it through.
she's knocked it through. So that means JP goes through 2-0.
Hard lines, Rachel.
Yeah, that was unlucky. I think a touch more height might have gone through.
Oh.
Yeah, 5-4 to Toby.
Oh, he tried to move the blue. I think he might
Yeah.
go in position actually.
I think he was looking for that medium clearance, moving the blue but keeping his ball there, and just slightly to the left. So what does Mo do here? Take position or try and get a blocker in between blue and yellow?
Bit of both. Neither.
Neither. No. Again, he's got blue quite close,
Mhm.
so pressure's on Toby to make a longer hoop. Well, watching Toby yesterday, he was running those quite comfortably, but he's struggled on a couple then today, hasn't he?
Well, the ante is up as I think round, isn't it?
It's no longer a round robin, it's a knockout, so everything to play for, isn't it? Oh.
Here you are, Mo. Take this hoop.
It amazes me. They hit it that hard and the ball only bounces back to there. When
Yeah.
I do that, it scatters all over the
That's
place.
it.
Yeah, wants it nice and firm so you can run it to the boundary. Make this 5-all.
Lovely hoop.
Nice hoop. 5-all.
Yeah. They all
been-
say.
It's becoming a very close match. There's not much between
Very
these two at the
tight.
moment.
It's
Yeah.
extremely tight. But this is where the all-important hoop 11. If you can get this, you get a good chance of 12.
Mhm.
Is that short? Another 5 rolls, please.
I suppose it's okay. It's in a defensible position. But I think,
As long as yellow.
given the way Mo's been clearing, he could clear that if he needs to. If he's confident in running with black.
Lovely shot.
That's a good shot.
So
Did he get it behind
you?
yellow?
If he's going to clear black, he needs to clear black to angle away.
I think he's going for blue. So maybe that means that black is blocked with yellow.
I didn't quite see, yeah, okay.
Nice. He
Interesting
feels
shot.
he can see.
There's Richard Carline, one of our referees. He and everyone else at Sussex have been working tirelessly here
Yes.
to get this tournament ready and working so well. If the hat's not right, don't hit the ball.
I've said it a couple of times, but if you're unsure of something, step away, clear your mind and go back to it. I don't do it often enough. I should.
Me too.
Good hoop.
Well,
Good hoop.
I
6-5.
still don't know why he did not clear that black,
Mm.
I have to say. hindsight being a wonderful thing.
Yes. It's going back to Richard. I came here early this morning to try and beat the M25 traffic, and they're resetting all the hoops in new positions. And I was speaking to one of the other croquet players, Lionel's. Imagine doing that this morning. 11 lawns resetting all the hoops, ready for the knockout stage. I mean, you must have been up here very early doing that.
Well, actually, I saw Richard on his knees when I arrived, doing that thing, and I said, "Have you guys been to bed?" Because I'm not sure.
But a big shout out to all the volunteers from Sussex National, Sussex Croquet Club, as well as everybody else who's stepped in and done some things. You know, that's what makes this such a nice championship. You know, and it's running pretty smoothly.
No way this would have happened without all of those fantastic volunteers. So thank you.
Our cameraman John's just given the thumbs up. So.
I don't come from Sussex County. I come from somewhere else in the south.
Yeah. And again, big shout out for helping out.
Yeah, we've come from all over the place. So, oh, look at that!
It's a good shot.
Crikey.
However, yellow is still in a good position. I don't know if yellow is wide from black.
That's not ideal.
Yellow can just be seen by black, so not quite wide. He has a shot similar to the one at an earlier.
Yes, who paid?
Yeah.
No, I thought I was. Yeah. As long as you can see it.
Just I've heard Matthew saying as long as he can see it, he can probably hit it. So that's.
Well, let's see, shall we? Yeah.
Shot.
Beautiful shot.
More than hit it.
Remove it.
For any American live streamers or any Americans who are watching later via YouTube, just Matthew Essex was playing Simon Carter earlier, and he's just told me he's won. So he went through in that game as well. Simon came through the qualifiers and was playing very, very well, and has played. And he's more than happy with what he got. I know that Matthew's been on a run of form as well, and when I was chatting to some of the players watching, they're saying that Matthew means business and looked like he played really well.
Good luck to him. Well done, Matthew. Sad for us Englanders, but hey. What can I say?
Matthew.
Simon.
Oh, yeah. And John's just whispered in my ear, Simon Carter is also a sponsor of this tournament.
He is indeed. He is indeed. And has been the last few years.
I think Toby, just while he's set up, I think he's looking to clear blue here.
Double target attention.
Possibly, yes.
Come on, Mike. Go. You got it.
Yeah, it's a pretty key shot for him.
Yeah.
So,
And well done, Toby, stepping away. Everyone's waiting with bated breath.
We're not far from Toby, so I think we're not. So keep close on it.
Yeah.
on great effort.
Looked close. Looked
They
very
look
close.
So, blue to play to take the first game.
You see Reg Banford wandering across behind us. Richard
happy?
Milton. So looks like they're starting their next round. Those of you who don't know, Reg had to play Ben Rothman this morning, former world champion, and managed to knock him out.
Very convincingly. Yeah, Reg is on fine form. I'm not sure Ben's finding his best form, to be fair.
Okay.
And that's the first game for Mo. Well done.
Well done, Mo. 7-5. Good battle. Yeah,
Very tight game.
very tight game.
I'm going to take a quick comfort break.
Yeah, I think both of us shall. And welcome back.
Here we are again. Second game.
First game was won by Mo. They've just started game 2. Up next to us, we've got Manuel Alvarez Salah Hassan from Egypt. Manuel ran the first game, and he is 4-3 up in the second game at the moment.
Lovely hoop.
Good hoop, Toby.
Toby, wonderful.
Wow.
Fantastic. That was quite an angle on
Yes.
these hoops, I think.
And he's managed to get it
tricky.
all the way up to 2 and past hoop 2. Wow. Good shot. And some other news. Dominic Nuns is 1 game up versus Almadi. And currently 2-0 up in the second game. That's all I can tell you at the moment, because that's all I can see. Wow, that was a great hoop. From that angle.
Not easy. Psychologically quite a reply, isn't it? After the
Yes.
game.
Yes. It's a nice shot. Just rolled on. Just one sec. He's playing this with a good pace by the looks of it. And he's taking care to make sure that it doesn't get too close to blue, because he needs to clear it with yellow. I put some on earlier. I felt myself burning to a crisp, so I thought, get some sun cream on.
Beautiful
Good
shot.
shot, good shot. And he's knocked it on the right side, well, the right side, in this case being the left,
Yes.
so that his yellow gets closer to the next hoop in case he runs it with red.
I'd be proud of that shot. So, no. I'm going to clear red. Yes. Wow. Not bad. Some 28 yards.
Now I'd like to apologise, I made a mistake earlier. I saw Richard and Reg walking past, I thought they're playing each other, but they're not. Reg is actually playing Omar Fahmy on lawn 6, and Richard will be playing Amri Alabieri on lawn 5, I think. Is that right? And that will be in the next round of the knockout. We also gave a shout out to Simon Carter as one of the sponsors. Looking around, Also see one of the other sponsors is PFC Croquet Mallets, Hoop Maker Mallets. Also by the look of it, PSI Stanic Pumps. They've got some posters up and around, so I take it they're a sponsor too.
Yeah, I think they're part of the lawn maintenance and irrigation.
Okay. Let you move it. That's fair enough. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, if you don't have a level stance, you're allowed to move the ball in slightly until you have a level stance, and
Your feet are flat on the
yeah,
on the lawn.
so that your backswing is not impeded as well.
Beautiful shot.
Wow.
He's not bothered, and rightly so, that his blue has gone to the south boundary almost.
Yeah.
A challenge for
Well, he's cleared it with the red, so it means that the challenger's red has to clear black now.
has to be
And if not, he's got a for Mo and Toby a fairly straightforward hoop. Oh, it was close.
Lucky.
It was close. Well, it looked close anyway.
It did look close from certainly where we're sitting. It looks like. Yeah, probably take this to level up.
No, he's just letting someone pass through before he focuses on his shot.
Lovely.
Good hoop.
Through it, 1-1.
1-1.
We didn't say. Lovely shot.
Very nice shot. From here it looks like it's dead in front of the hoop.
He just slightly past, so should be cleared.
It's not going to go far with blue, is it? It's going to be on the boundary. So you were saying you were from Surbiton?
Yes.
Is the golf croquet thriving at Surbiton?
Yes, indeed. Very much so.
It seems to be, from what I've noticed, a pattern since I've come back. The golf croquet has definitely become a lot more popular.
Yeah.
It goes back to what you're saying about, I think, having the time. And
Yeah.
also, as I heard someone say the other day on commentary as well, you know, the fact is you're always on the court having a game and playing. So, whereas in association, if you miss a shot, you could be sitting out for a good 40
Sometimes.
minutes.
Indeed. Particularly if you're playing against me. As in, no, not sitting out. Sorry, I meant the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be sitting out a lot.
Yeah.
The two codes, they sit well together. And it just depends on what sort of time you have and how you like to play your sport.
Yes. I come from an AC Association croquet background when I first started playing. So although my first love is there, I did start playing some golf croquet, like I said, back a number of years ago now. But after having quite a long break, I've come back, and it amazes me how much golf croquet has moved on. You know, I mean,
I think that.
I'm a pretty solid golf croquet player, but I'm nothing like this at the moment. No, I aspire to get to this height
Yeah, me too, never
level,
mind.
but you know,
But,
it's amazing to see how it's moved on. And that's another lovely shot from Toby, getting straight back in front, putting the pressure back on the. I'm going slightly off topic, but it's
no,
just,
it's
it's
fair,
just
fair play. I think that some people have possibly a misunderstanding that golf croquet doesn't have enough tactics in it. I would disagree strongly. I think it's a very tactical game.
that's a interesting shot. I think Toby can just see it. Might be a bit unsure here. Black's just rolled into a position to give him some doubt, so he's just having a look to see what he could do. I think he's probably going to try and clear Black. No, I stand corrected.
Ooh, it's a huddle muddle.
Don't think he wanted to do that.
That's a technical term, by the way.
Huddle muddle. But no, it's nice to see the sport of croquet gaining popularity, you know, in one of the disciplines, and I find, like you said earlier, they complement each other. I find since playing golf croquet, it's helped my hoop running and my hitting in the association. And likewise, using the touch and ideas and tactics sometimes from association, you can
Something for
include in the
angles.
golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I think, let's just see what happens there.
I think he's probably going to go and clear yellow and red. But the problem is he might ricochet into black and not black out as well.
Might prove a lot.
Unless he can see the
Go to
hoop and he just goes for
that's
the
what
hoop.
I wondered. He hasn't checked
Because
it.
red's not in the position, is it, to do anything if he runs the hoop.
Oh. Just one of those things.
Oh.
Cool. And some of the spectators caught the ball there before it landed on their heads. Totally safe, no one was hurt.
Surprised in this day and age we don't have to sign a waiver to say you sit at your own risk. Did you win? Did he win?
No. Well, something happened.
I'll just check.
Meantime, referee Richard's been called on. As I said, the balls are in a huddle muddle.
For those of us who are watching from Spain, Manuel Alvarez has just won his match 2-0.
Well, that's
So
great
he moves
news
on to
for
the next
Spain. Well
round. Next
done.
round.
Congratulations.
That's what it says on the scoreboard anyway.
It must be Bryce.
Those of you watching the Toby game, it's called a ref in, looking for possible double tap, crush or fault. Not allowed to touch the yellow. I think that was clean, but unfortunately he didn't quite run the hoop.
already.
Great hoop. Black. Well, no, that's 2-1.
2-1 to Mo. And Miss Black's in a nice position as well. Toby's just done a promotion, promoting black, sorry, red up towards black. Into a nice position. He could run it from there.
Absolutely. If you were there.
Oh,
The black.
I stand corrected.
Oh, what's happened?
Well, I don't know. The score was 7-4, 7-3 under Manuel Alvarez Sala's name. But looks like they've taken a third game. Are they?
It looks like it.
Ah, so that was the wrong way around. Okay. Well, that's not my fault, because that wasn't there at the beginning.
There is a portion blank.
Yeah, so when they're carrying the scoreboard across, they obviously just put
No, Toby.
everything on top of Manuel's name, which was wrong. So the first game went to, is that Hassan? Hassan, the Egyptian. The second game went to Manuel Alvarez Sala. So it's currently 1-1, and they've just started the third game.
So you have to apologise to the whole of Spain. Then.
Yeah, I have to apologise to the whole of Spain because I got the scores wrong when I went to check the scoreboard. Terribly sorry. Toby missed that hoop. Oh dear.
Lovely. No hoop, no ball.
I'm not sure if he had a double or anything there. I think he was possibly had one. Thought he'd go, if he doesn't get the clearance,
Yeah.
he might make the hoop, but yeah. Oh, he's
Popped
forced
out.
it. Yep. Popped out. It didn't look as smooth as the rest of his swings he's had. I think maybe it was, he saw Toby's playing on his mind a bit.
Control clearance.
Move himself closer to the hoop so he can clear again or take position depending what happens.
Very short.
He's cleared yellow. Not sure if you were delighted the other way around, maybe, but
Perhaps indeed. But,
he's keeping the pressure on, isn't
Yeah.
he? Making sure
I
Toby
think-
hasn't got a chance at running the hoop.
Toby's going to return the favour.
Mm-hmm. Nice
Kept
shot.
himself on the hoop, centre ball.
And Mo's just played up into hoop position again.
Oh,
Just nudged red.
cheeky little
That's a
shot,
lovely
that,
little
isn't it?
shot. Might have got the block as well.
Yeah. Very cheeky. And Toby has to move that. Yes.
Have a
lovely
nice little
shot.
gentle nudge. With sun cream. Oh,
What
a good effort from
fantastic
there.
effort.
Wow.
Yeah. 10 for effort. No cigar. Toby's asking his referee, which is going back to us.
Here
Here
he
he
comes. I take it he wants to run this quite firmly, so he probably wants the
A little bit of
hoop firmed up and hammered in. Yeah. Looks like red just gone 2-0 up. Oh, that's interesting. He went for the hoop there. It's a long hoop. I would have thought he might have gone for the clearance on red, unless he just feels it's a long enough hoop. May as well
What's the
give it a
difference?
go. I'm
I
2-1
think
up.
almost, what's the difference?
I'm
I
2-1
mean, I don't
up.
know.
Yeah.
What I can imagine me thinking that. Whether I'd execute it, I don't know. But, and it's one of these funny little distances, isn't it? He should be able to run that, but sometimes it can just trip you up.
Hmm.
Well, backhand comes. Tripped him up.
Mm.
Interesting shot for black. Or is he just laying up defensively?
I think it's a defensive position.
Yeah. Because
That way
otherwise,
he can
wherever
cle-
he goes,
He
he
can
just
clear
gets
red,
cleared, yeah,
he
so
can clear red, or he can clear yellow if he
Yeah.
needs to, depending on what happens.
yellow hide behind it there. Look. That's a great clearance.
Mm-hmm. Done what
And
he's
the right
needed to
one,
there.
because red can't run, so a lot of precision there, isn't there?
Hmm. So just get it in hoop position. I think black's going to clear it.
Yeah. I might come further.
Hmm.
Maybe. Interesting. Hasn't gone for big clear.
No, he wants to stay around the hoop and have control around the hoop. Of course, depending where red goes next, you could have an angled clearance up the lawn. Oh.
It's on the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
That's moved his way enough.
Unfortunately, he did knock his black ball a bit further away from red.
Disappointing there, I think.
Mm-hmm. Not quite sure what he wanted to do there.
Ask him later.
I think he was just trying to gently play it in front. Toby's looking to get a blocker in place, just put it in hoop position. Okay.
I'm not sure that's worked quite very well.
I don't think that's what he wanted either. So, both players look pretty perplexed after their last two shots. Glad to see it happens to the best in the world as well.
Absolutely.
Take it. I was going to try and clear red here. Shot. They do make those look so easy.
Doubt, I know. I'd be whooping for joy if I managed to. Bye-bye, yeah.
Yep. So, they say hindsight is a wonderful thing. Looking back at all that, I think Toby was trying to get the wire on black with yellow and it just rolled a bit too far.
Right, indeed.
It's enabled Mo to clear him to the boundary. I think Toby's going to reply in kind and clear black. Oh.
No. Oh dear.
I don't think that hit the black. I mean, just missed.
No, it didn't, no.
Which means if...
It started one of those neither one or other shots, which was a bit depressing. Anyway,
Although red is in a position to clear black if needed.
We move on.
Yeah.
The wind is getting up a little bit, I think, which could be affecting some of the swings.
Mm-hmm. Not as bad as Sunday. Sunday was really horribly
Was it
gusty
quite
and
gusty?
strong. Yeah. Oh,
What a
good
shot.
shot.
What a shot.
Good shot.
Again, as you say, it makes it look so effortless.
I think Toby's still got a shot on the clearance here, but it's just a lot longer than it was.
When he
so
would have preferred.
I don't think he's got much of an option here. He's got to try and hit this.
Unlucky.
Yep.
So, Mo has opportunity now with the black.
Yeah, that looked nice and
That
through.
looked pretty good.
Yeah.
2-all.
No, 3-1.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, 3-1. Yeah.
3-1.
Yeah, Mo's made the last 3 hoops.
Yeah.
It's amazing at this level you make 2 mistakes and all
And
of a sudden.
suddenly you're on the back foot. I'm sure that Toby will be only well aware.
Good news is he's first to the next hoop,
This next
so
hoop.
he can put the pressure on by getting a good ball in here. Go.
Going.
No, I think it's a bit short.
Yeah. Still not the end of the world.
Blues in
Longish.
longish run ball position, but
Yeah.
I think he's a bit tentative.
Like it.
He doesn't want to go too close. And oh,
Hmm. Next is
No,
yellow clearance.
I
in
think
blue,
that
where
is
the-
a reaction to yellow being short. He's
Yeah,
just given a
it's
little bit
over.
more, and it's just kept going, hasn't it?
Yeah.
However, he could put. Yeah, it's just going. I think it's just going to go clear blue to the boundary.
Really, I think. Otherwise, red's in trouble.
That's a nice
Yeah,
shot.
shot.
That's a nice shot.
Very controlled.
Did he get the block on red with that?
Oh, let's see.
I don't think so. It was a good effort though. Nice try. We've heard a lot of applauding from Lawn 4. Looks like Dominic is 6-4 up in the second game. So that's been coming quite close as well.
Indeed. He's got to be close to winning that one.
Oh, what a hoop.
Woo!
What a hoop.
Sorry, that's the only reaction I can give to that.
It's a great hoop from there. I mean,
4-1.
4-1. Seems like Mo stepped up a gear here.
Definitely feels like a gear change, yeah. All right. Toby needs to dig a little deeper, I think.
Well, you can come back from 4-1 down.
Absolutely, because suddenly 4-2 can suddenly turn into,
Yeah.
might sound a bit obvious, but
It's
so. That's a lovely shot again. Really reading
Yeah.
the lawn well.
And this is what I said on Sunday when I was watching him play. Yeah, as much as they hit, Mo and the rest of the Egyptians hit the ball quite hard, they actually play their touch field play is really, really good. And I mean, Mo was doing this on Sunday, which is from quite a distance, getting into a nice position, putting all the pressure back on the opponent. Toby's put 2 good balls in there. Shot.
Well played. Well played. There's definite gear change.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't think Toby did much wrongly. He's put
No,
2
not at
balls in
all.
there,
He's
forcing the
played-
pressure shot,
Played well.
and he's just hit
He's
that
playing
rock
well.
solid dead centre.
No, he has to return,
Return the favour.
indeed. No, sadly.
That looked like a bit of a miss hit. Not sure, but
Yeah.
he's looking at it to say what happened. So
As we all
it did look like it jumped a bit. Shame. It's
Yeah, could be favourite.
just when you don't need it.
Yeah. Yeah. 5-1.
5-1 to Mo.
No. Gosh.
Still say there's a chance.
There's always a chance. It's
You
not
said
over
it.
till it's over.
Been a bit unlucky, but luck can change sometimes.
It's not over till it's over.
Lovely shot. That's a lovely shot.
Perfect. I'm pleased with that.
If that stays there in the long run, you'll have a chance to run this up to the other hoop and maybe get 2 back. But I might be thinking a bit too far ahead there. Because black's quite close on the boundary. Blue looks like it's going to come in and take some position. Yeah,
Nice and deep
Ready
away
for-
from yellow.
ready for a clearance from
Yeah.
black.
It's a good shot.
I think Toby will just try and get red somewhere up here in hoop position. Okay. Just had some news. Reg Bamford is 4-0 up against. Is it Almadi? Double check that quickly. No, I like. He's 4-0 up against Omar Fahmy.
All right.
Yeah.
Reg playing well.
Reg playing consistently well.
He's my favourite to win, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Well, I might be a bit biased there, being South African, so yes.
Yeah, I was taking the partisan bit out of it. But, although Mo certainly also looks very, very.
I think whatever happens,
good.
you've got some very good knockout games coming
Yeah.
up and very good finals.
And you can always be surprised.
Shot
Yeah.
dead centre. Like we said, it's got blue in the position to try and run it next. Yeah, I'd have to say probably Reg is my favourite to win. Looking the way Mo's playing, if he keeps going, it could be a very good
I'll play a
final.
Reg Mo final.
Possibly.
Put it out there. I'll put it out there.
Don't forget the likes of Robert Fletcher hanging around as
Oh,
well.
There's plenty there to upset the apple cart.
Other very talented and experienced Egyptians too.
Yeah. So it's 6-1, 5-1. I think I'll take this. Would you?
I would, yeah.
Here comes Richard again.
Dominic.
I'll do it.
Wow, well done.
Sounds like Dominic won.
Yeah, I'll do 2 here.
So, Dominic Nuns is through, winning both his games. Great two. Yeah.
Goodness me, 6-1 to Mo.
6-1. Definitely shifted up again. You can see it. He's looking very relaxed doing it
Very
as well.
relaxed. Yeah. Toby's going to keep plugging away.
Mm-hmm. Nice shot.
Mm. So does he cover red? Okay.
He's going to try and do that.
Oh, it's gonna
Just slide up. I don't know. It's 6-1 up. Do you go for the hoop?
not trying to get between blue and the hoop.
Looks like it's going to clear red. I think that's probably the right call. Don't want to throw the game away.
Not for this ball. Again, really important where red goes back on that boundary.
Whether it's wide from black.
It needs to be looked at.
Well, he's got the line and he hasn't looked back, so he doesn't know. Yeah, that looks pretty much wide.
Completely, I'd say.
Completely wide. So that's a good clearance, isn't it? Give yourself a chance.
Options on a postcard.
Mm-hmm.
Red.
Well, hit the red to.
Black.
Well, yeah, we can't see the black. Oh no. Good
Well,
try.
that could be on the line of the backswing, but I think it might have turned a little bit too far. In the game next to this, between Manuel Alvarez Sala and Hassan, Hassan is 3-2 up, and they're on hoop 6. And Manuel's just cleared red, leaving black in hoop position. Oh,
Yep.
good hoop. Well played.
Well done.
Well done.
Match to
Hard
Mo.
luck, Toby. I think
Hard luck,
Mo,
Toby.
we kind of saw him step up a gear
He was very hard to beat.
after hoop 4. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Great match.
very good match to watch.
Very entertaining.
Definitely.
Hope everyone else has enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think we're going to stop for a while till the next session.
Yeah.
Stay with
Well, I
us.
think you might have some new commentaries, and
Yeah,
commentators.
I think you will.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of it. And for those of you who are streaming tomorrow and the rest of the days, enjoy what you see in the stream.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Hi everyone, that's going to be the end of our session 2 today. We'll be back at 5 o'clock in just an hour's time. See you soon.